Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sonic Chronicle. My name is Owen, and if you're new around these parts, this is going to be something new for you. If you are old around these parts, this is not going to be something new for you. This is a new release radar review. I know that I mentioned in my end of year review for 2024 that, I maybe feel like sometimes I don't give some songs like the fairest shake as part of this series, but it is what it is, and I'm going to do it kind of whenever I feel like it, whenever I feel like there are new releases out there that it might be worth talking about. So I'm going to ask you to bear with me on that. Looking at this list, it seems like there is some good stuff on here. Also, before I do get started fully, if you are new around here and you have come from the art of guitar, thank you so much for stopping by and for sticking around and for watching some more videos aside from that classic rock albums, album covers video as well that Mike linked. I'm very appreciative for that. It was a great bump. You didn't have to do it. Thank you so much, Mike, if you're watching. With that said and done and out of the way, if you aren't stumbling across this video and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment in the comment section if there's anything in this video that you disagree with. And of course, like this video if you like what I do. It means the world to me. It lets me know that there's more that you would like to see from me, which is brilliant. Anyway, on with the video. Okay, so first thing that we're going to listen to is Change by Knoeline Keane. Knoeline has been quiet for the last while, but she is back with a new track called Change. I believe it is about the conflict in Gaza as it is ongoing at the minute. But let's give it a listen. It's a lovely piano track. This is classic Knoeline. Excellent. Simple lyricism, evoking beautiful images. Well, horrible images, I suppose. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. It's a beautiful sadness. Oh, well done. Well worked in. I like that this is a simple piano arrangement as well, and purely a piano arrangement. It really allows the message and the vocals to shine, and the lyrics to shine here. Oof. Yeah, rough. It's brilliant that people are writing these kinds of songs, keeping things in the social consciousness. At least that's what I wanted to do with my songs about Palestine and about Gaza. So the two that I wrote, Heaven Help Us and I Don't Forget. That's beautiful. Beautiful song, Knoeline. If you are watching, it's fantastic. Another excellent, poignant song. All right. Next up, let's have a listen to Larger Than Life by Punk Rock Factory. Oh, a talk box. This is decidedly less serious than Knoeline's song, for sure. Oh, this is a cover of the Backstreet Boys song. Let's have a listen from the album Larger Than Life. Back for Good and C'est La Vie. This came out December 2024. So they did C'est La Vie. Hang on. Punk Rock Factory make it easy work with their special band of punk covers. Oh, they're kind of doing what I do, or what I have been doing. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I quite like that. It's what I did with my Pub Goes Punk EP. Back for Good is Take That, I believe, and C'est La Vie is Bewitched, obviously. Like, I like doing that kind of thing because it feels a little bit subversive. The songs that I selected for Pub Goes Punk were selected because those were the kinds of songs that I'd heard in pubs growing up, by like one-person bands who will like tap a keyboard, have a drum machine going and tap a keyboard that does all kinds of things and covers all instruments bizarrely, and just sings along, almost like karaoke but without the words. So I wanted to take those songs and give them a little bit more attitude. Maybe that's what they want to do here as well. They want to take those very, very popular 90s pop songs and turn them into something maybe a little bit more palatable for some people. I probably wouldn't have selected Larger Than Life though. Larger Than Life was the one that came after Backstreet's Back, I believe. And it was the one that had them on like the flying saucer kind of things. Rather than Backstreet's Back, which was the Halloween themed music video. But I don't know if did the song come out around Halloween? Let's Google that. It was released in July 1997. So it was a bit weird that it had a Halloween themed music video. But yeah. Yeah, that's alright. I would be more interested maybe to hear the C'est La Vie one, given the Irish connection. But they're from Wales, so they're presumably doing stuff that is that they would have heard growing up as well themselves. And again, trying to make it that little bit subversive. I like the Alkaline Trio tank top. That's pretty nice. The Wombats. Now here's a band I haven't heard of in a while. The only song that I've really gelled with by the Wombats is Let's Dance to Joy Division. And enjoy... Let's Dance to Joy Division and enjoy the bit of it. I can't remember what it's called. This is definitely of a time, I think. Let's see here. Let's dance to Joy Division and enjoy the misery. But they've had a lot of albums. Oh, and they've got a new one coming out this year called Oh the Ocean. It's coming out 21st of February. That's good. This is a little bit like The Strokes. I've been there when my head is not my friend. It's a rough time. But this is really nice. And again, seems to really kind of evoke those vibes of when you are turning things over in your head pretty consistently. About everything and anything, but it always kind of comes back to you. So those kinds of situations in which your head is not your friend. So it looks like this is the first album they've released in 3 years, and they seem to go in like 3 to 4 year cycles in terms of releasing albums. Because they released in 2007 A Guide to Love, Loss and Desperation, which presumably had Let's Dance to Joy Division on it. And then they had like this Modern Glitch, Glitterbug, a bunch of albums. I remember seeing them a few times on Kerrang, back when Kerrang existed. What a wonderful time it was. I do quite like this middle section. It's quite nice. Yeah, very pleasant. Good outro as well. I felt like it was a middle section, but it really just turned into an outro, which is nice. Good stuff. Good to see the Wombats, a familiar name, back playing some music as well and releasing music as well. I'm going to listen to Hot to Go by the Affinges. I love Hot to Go. I think Chapel Rowan, apologies, was a real... Like, last year was a big year for her, which is mad because she only released one single. She released Good Luck Babe, which was on the radio all the time from April to this day in 2025. And then people started playing Hot to Go as well, which is mad because Hot to Go was released the year before in 2023. So whatever she's doing, people are going back and grabbing the old stuff as well. And in fact, I went back and I listened to the full album that came out in 2023. And songs like Phenomenon were really, really catchy, really cool songs, really energetic. And that's what really worked for me. So anyway, let's listen to this cover of Hot to Go by the Affinges. Is it going to be pretty bare bones? Who are the Affinges? Modern rock and roll, apparently. Have they released much? They released a little bit. They released a bunch of albums. Couple of monthly listeners, couple of hundred. I guess this is a big... This will raise their profile, I think, a little bit. I could do with a little bit more energy here, though. Like, this is probably about the same tempo as the original. I feel like I could do with being a little bit quicker and, really get into the lyrics here. Yeah, it's missing something. It's missing, I think, the beautiful eccentricity that is Chapel Rowan. Yeah, this is too metered. You got to get that little bit of desperation in there as well. There's some cool guitar stuff happening in the background there. Ah, good. I like the harmonies. Good. Like, the guitar's going nuts in the background there, but it's so low in the mix. I would really like that to be a little bit higher in the mix there. It'll take me hard to go. Oh, gee, it'll take me hard to go. Yeah, it's grand. It's Hot to Go, but not quite as good, unfortunately. And I think that there's some really good stuff in there, in terms of the guitar parts, as I mentioned. But it's too low in the mix for it to have as much impact as I would really like. Skip over a bunch of stuff. We're going to listen to Mindframe by Silent Planet. This is intriguing looking. Ooh. So electronica metal kind of vibes. Ooh, I quite like that. It reminds me of... What was that song? Merchant of the Void by... Who was that by? Bear with me. It was Mick Gordon, Three Teeth. Mick Gordon and Three Teeth. If you haven't heard Merchant of the Void, go listen to that. This is pretty cool. I'm enjoying this. It's crushing. It kind of reminds me, in some ways, in some elements, so not entirely, but slightly, of listening to Slipknot's first album. Again, kind of like brutal, crushing, relentless kind of music. And then it's got the classic halftime beat, riff, heavy riff, high notes, high slightly discordant notes, it's a little bit by the numbers in terms of its structure, but quite enjoyable though. Like there's something really safe about that structure, but it's kind of comforting in some ways. So I don't think it's to the detriment of the song. Really. Yeah, that was all right. I didn't see the end coming there, but yeah, pretty good. You know what? Let's roll it on. Let's roll it on to "After the Party" by Hey Boy. Let's hear what this is about. Lad with the guitar. Who does this kind of sound like? Maybe a little bit like Supergrass meets like David Gray or something. The sound of lived experience spun through the lens of imagination and a touch of philosophy. Growing up in a strict household, the only music allowed was Christian. Yeah, once I got to college, I'd have Headfirst and Jeff Buckley, Radiohead, Sonic Youth and Mazzy Star. I was talking about Sonic Youth the other day. Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen, Wilco, Gillian Welch, Big Thief. Oh, there's an element of Billy Corgan in there vocally. It's got like 6,500 monthly listeners, so fair play. No albums, just singles and EPs. But he released them all last year. Oh, this one came out the 1st of January. So he's released 3 singles total. That said, that's not going to make anything on Spotify. I looked at my own numbers quite recently. I'm at like €14 or something like that, having released an EP in 2019. Each track has like 3,000 plus streams on it, which isn't enormous numbers, but it's pretty good for me, given that I'm not like supporting it by gigging. And then I looked at Pub Goes Punk, and each track on that has maybe like 100 plus streams on it, which isn't too bad given that I released it late last year. November, I think it was last year. Maybe December? Can't even remember. Anyway, that chorus section, or that middle section there, it was fine. I talked over the whole thing and I can't remember anything about it, which isn't great. It didn't make me sit up and pay attention too much, so that kind of sucks. I'm not big on this. I'm not massive on this song. It doesn't rock my world, or indeed my socks. So that's that. Let's move forward. Let's listen to 2005 by South Arcade. Oh! Speaking of 2005, and this is going to be possibly a controversial one to bring up, but the riff sounds like something that Lost Prophets would have written on like Fake Sound of Progress or Start Something. So those earlier days of Lost Prophets, before obviously the horrific stuff happened with them. If you don't know about them and you are curious by this, go and have a read about the singer. And then the rest of the band just kind of disappeared after that because rightfully so. Oh, the auto-tune here is a bit of a killer. It doesn't... If it didn't have auto-tune, this would be better. There's some cool stuff in here musically, which is good. But yeah, the auto-tune really kills this for me. Oh. That's cool. What does this remind me of? This reminds me of something. Is it like Frou Frou? Is that what it is? Is that what I'm thinking of? Maybe not Imogen Heap. Maybe Frou Frou. Yeah, that's so distracting to me. Yeah, yeah, that's it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Autotune for me is one of those things that really drives me mad when I can hear it and I can tell that there's a lot of autotune on something. Um, like yeah, sometimes it's a stylistic choice, like when you're listening to T-Pain or Akon or something like that, and that's fine. It's a shit style. So when it comes to that, yeah, it's not for me. All right, let's try Last Bullets, Forever Angels. I guess I've been listening to a lot of punk lately. Although I guess I did release a pop punk EP recently. I don't like this. I don't like the guitar tones. I don't like the vocals. The drums are super simple. He looks older than all the others. By like a wide margin. This isn't good. This isn't very good at all. Like it's not good. It's bad, man. It is bad. Trying all the buttons on their home recording DAW in order to make things sound a little bit more interesting. Terrible. Oh, now they're going to do a middle section where it sounds like a completely different song? Oh no, just the same song again. They're trying to put it between the ears. It's not the kind of song for that. It's not the kind of song for the big crowd chant. Oh no, you don't drop everything out and have the vocal shine in a song where your vocals aren't strong. It's also a little bit slow. It hasn't like built the momentum to be able to do that. Jesus, that's awful. It's an absolute mess. Jeez, that's an absolute mess. Start to finish. There's another 7 seconds on the track, but it's silence. That's awful. That's awful stuff. Trash. Get it out of there. Someone needs to talk, sit them down, and have a little bit of a chat. Frankly. All right, last one. Just Say Goodnight by Nine Left Dead. What's their deal? Nearly 14,000 monthly listeners. Rock band is Amber, Oklahoma. Ambient guitars with melodic and aggressive vocal lines, backed by hard-hitting drums and moving bass lines. I don't know why people say that their bass lines are moving all the time. Like, I've heard of taking a bass for a walk, but that's ridiculous. Vocals are alright. Yeah, it's pretty good pop rock song. There's an element of country in there. I guess that's from being from Oklahoma. Maybe it's just the accent. But there was something he said there that I was like, oh, there's a little bit of twang there. Maybe it was the as. Maybe not. It's pretty catchy, but I'm not sure the production is fantastic here. Yeah, I think the vocals are a little low. Maybe overly compressed. I think the guitarist might have peaked in the recording, because I can hear a touch of crackle along the top. That wasn't there, like, listening to anything else. Yeah, I think they peaked out their guitars. And I just want to be clear, there's a difference between a distorted guitar and a peaked guitar. Yeah. It's fun. It's very inoffensive. I feel like the production has let it down there. And again, I think that it could be a bit more bombastic, a bit bigger, if they have the vocalist higher in the mix, and maybe use a bit have a bit more clarity in there. Maybe it was the way it was recorded. Maybe it was the mic that it was recorded with. And I think the tones on the guitars aren't helpful. I don't think. Let's bring it back here. No. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, you can hear it peaking there. Even the drums sound like super far away and super flat. So I don't know what the crack is there or what happened with that, but I don't think that production does it any justice. I feel like that song is better than that recording allows it to be. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave it for this week. We listened to a bunch of stuff. We listened to Change, the new one by Knoeline Keane. Knoeline Keane, friend of the show. She's brilliant. Great song about a tough time in the world, generally. We listened to Larger Than Life, a cover of the Backstreet Boys song Larger Than Life by Punk Rock Factory. We listened to My Head Is Not My Friend by the Wombats. Very pleasant, very good to hear them back again. We listened to the cover of Chapel Rowan's Hot to Go by the Affinges. We listened to... No, we didn't listen to that. We listened to Mindframe by Silent Planet, which was quite good, quite crushing. We listened to After the Party by Hey Boy, which was not as good. We listened to 2005 by South Arcade, which was grand. Took me back to a time in terms of the guitars, but the vocals really wrecked it for me, frankly. We listened to Last Bullets, regrettably, by Forever Angels. It was not good at all. There was nothing redeemable about it, in my opinion. And we listened to Just Say Goodnight by Nine Left Dead, which was quite good. Again, let down, I believe, by the production of the song. And that's it. That's another Release Radar review for this week. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are new here, please do consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It helps me out a great deal. Leave me comments in the comments section below if there's anything that you disagree with here. Maybe you have a different opinion on Forever Angels. Maybe you think that there's something about Nine Left Dead that I missed there, or that it's not production based, or something along those lines. That is the problem. Give me a comment. And of course, like this video if you like what I do generally. Anytime I see likes, it gives me a little bit of a confidence boost, and I like to see the likes. And of course, it tells YouTube that you liked it, and maybe other people will too. But that's it for this week. As I said, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.